Morning on the Farm. I'm Kristen, and this is Forward Life Network, where we believe in life, liberty, and moving forward. Why? Because faith always moves forward. In this episode, we're going to talk about the 8 characteristics of great bosses and leaders. Why? Because we're going to sort of, talk about the opposite of what we talked about in our last episode, which were those bad bosses that we've all had. So stick around, you're gonna enjoy this. Okay, so here we go. Our first characteristic is integrity. And in Proverbs 11:3, it says, "The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity." So what you need to look for in a leader or a great boss or a great leader is, do they keep their word? Are they honest even when it's costly? And are they transparent in their decisions? That's a big one. Our second characteristic of a great leader or boss is, are they a servant leader? And we're going to look at Matthew 20:26. It says, "Whoever wants to become great among you, let him become your servant." So does this leader lead by example, or do they lead by force? Do they put the team's good as their main focus, or their own personal good as their main focus? And do they demand status, or do they give recognition? That's number 2. Number 3 is fairness and justice. And in Colossians 4:1, it says, "Masters, provide those that is right and fair, because you know that you also have a master in heaven." That's Colossians 4:1. So do they treat the employees equally? Do they treat people without partiality? Do they give credit when it's due? And do they uphold standards, or do they have favoritism? That's a good one. Number 4 is that they have wisdom. And James 1:5 says, "If you lack wisdom, you should ask God." So do these people make informed decisions? Do they listen before acting? Do they seek wise counsel in their decision making? If so, they're a great boss or leader. Number 5, and this is my personal favorite, is humility. James 4:6 said, "God opposes the proud, but he shows favor to the humble." And do you have a leader that admits mistakes? Are they open to feedback, or do they micromanage? I know that's a huge one for people. I've been in many situations where a boss is micromanaging their employees and people just quit left and right. Nobody wants to be micromanaged. People do need accountability, but that's not the same as micromanaging them. So look out for that one. And number 6, are they encouraging and build others up? In 1 Thessalonians 5:11, it says, "Encourage one another and build each other up." So do they support your growth and development? Do they speak encouragement and not just criticism? And are they invested in your success? Wow, that is a huge one. I have worked for people on both ends of the spectrum, and I can tell you, when I've worked for people that have invested in my success, maybe they've taken me to a conference, maybe they've bought a tool that I said I really needed. When they invest in my success, I feel like I've done it. I will go above and beyond for them because they're investing in me, and then that makes me want to invest in their business, in their church, in that relationship. That is a huge one to look for in a company, in a church. Look at that one. Do they invest in your success? And number 7 is, do they have self-control and patience? Proverbs 14:9 says, "Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly." Does this leader stay calm under pressure? Do they lash out at people and blame people? Or do they give second chances when it's appropriate? I mean, no one is perfect and no one is above a second chance. Are these the kind of people that just cut you off at the head if you make any mistake? Maybe you messed up with a client, but you fixed it, you apologize. Are they giving you a second chance, or are you out for good? I'm telling you, those that have self-control in a leadership position, it makes such a difference. Because even I've made mistakes with clients and I had to go back and say, I'm sorry, and I'll fix it. And just having a leader that backed me, that knew that I was trying to do my best, and maybe there was an oversight, or maybe I didn't have quite the training that I needed, but that they had my back and showed self-control instead of anger, it meant the world of difference. And it's leaders like that that you want to work for, that you want to bring your best. People all talk about quiet quitting. They talk about, where people don't care for their jobs anymore, but it starts at the top and it goes down. So number 8, finally, is really important. And it's, do they lead with vision and purpose? Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So do they clearly communicate the goals? Do they connect daily with you on what the bigger mission is? And do they inspire people with the purpose? I've seen a lot of great people that are good people, but they don't know how to cast a vision. They don't know how to lead people with a purpose. And I think people get lost, and it's like, well, what are we doing here? What's the vision here? What's the purpose here? I've seen it in ministry. I've seen it in business. I've seen it, people want to attach to a purpose and a vision. And when a leader provides a clear vision and purpose, then that really helps set you up for success. That helps people want to be part of what you're doing. I've seen great leaders do where they cast vision, especially some pastors that I know, they know how to cast the vision every week, and it just inspires people to serve. And they have so many people that want to serve and help and be part of. So those are the 8 things to look for if you're looking for a new job, and if you're looking for a church, a job, if you're looking to be part of things. Always look at the top down. Always look at what the leaders are doing and look for these characteristics. You'll know it's a healthy place. You'll know that the leadership is healthy, and you'll know that you're connecting to something that will be a blessing to your life. So if you want a list of these characteristics, visit our website at www.forlifenetwork.com. Join our group, get the PDF, save this, download it, share it with your friends, have a list. And when you are going into interview or you're looking at churches, look at these 8 things, compare what you see, and ask questions in these interviews. Do you guys does your leadership lead with vision and purpose? And I understand that it's not always a Christian atmosphere that you're in, but there's ways to ask these things. Is there integrity here? People know. People in workplaces know. They know when people, whether they're Christian or not, whether they have integrity, whether they're fair and just, whether they are humble. People know these things. And so even if it's not a Christian environment in the workplace, there's still those characteristics that you want to look for, because otherwise you're going to end up with a bad boss and it's going to be a train wreck. And I know a lot about that too. So I hope you join us again for the next episode coming up. But in the meantime, go to the website, download this, and send me your stories and comment below on the best leader that you've ever met and what that person was like. Thank you.